All right, good morning, everyone. Today in reading, we're going to be talking about characters' actions. Readers notice when a person does or says something that stands out and think to themselves, why might the character have acted this way? What do these actions show about the character? Just a reminder, book club groups, make sure you check on Canvas to see how far you need to be reading by Friday. And looking back, we've talked in class about what it means to stand out. So if something is standing out, it sticks out among everything else the character is doing. So if it's standing out, the author is drawing our attention to something important. So as we look up into Tiger Rising, we're going to pay attention to things that stand out with our two main characters, Rob and Sistine. And when we do that, and we pay attention to things that stand out, we can come up with theories. And these theories are these big ideas we have about a character that we prove with those things in the story that are standing out. So for example, we might look at what a character does, how they are acting. So what is Rob doing? What is Sistine doing? How are they behaving? How are they acting? What are they thinking? What are they saying to other characters or to each other? Are they doing things that are kind of out of character? And what we mean by that is it's kind of not what they normally do. Are they changing at all? And how are they treating other characters in the text? So we're going to today take a look together at Rob and what he's doing in the text and come up with some theories. And then by yourself, you're going to do the same with Sistine. So, what do we know about Rob so far in Tiger Rising, and what actions are standing out? So let's think about that. We know that Rob has moved to Lister with his dad following his mom's death, right? And his actions that stand out, well, he doesn't really communicate or talk with other people, right? So when he defends Sistine, that's kind of standing out to us because he doesn't defend other characters in the story. How else does he act? Well, he kind of keeps to himself, but that doesn't really stand out because he does that all the time, right? So when you're looking for standout actions, you want things that stick out. What about what he's thinking? Okay? Does Rob have any thoughts that stand out to you? Does he think anything in his mind or say anything in his thoughts that were like, that kind of sticks out? And, maybe a character doesn't. Like, maybe Rob doesn't think anything that stands out. As we think about him, we think about how he keeps everything kind of to himself, right? So those are most of his thoughts. Like, oh, I wish I would say something, or I'm feeling this way, but he doesn't really always say that. So Rob doesn't really have any thoughts that are standing out. Words. We have some words that stand out with Rob because what does he do? He tells Sistine about his mother. That is huge because he doesn't open up about anything to anyone in the story, and then all of a sudden he tells Sistine about his mother. Okay, changes. How's Rob changing? Well, we look at Rob and now he's starting to talk to Sistine. He's starting to tell her things. He's starting to feel things. So changes for Rob, he is starting to open up. And that's that whole suitcase metaphor. We keep talking about he keeps everything in this suitcase. It's not really a suitcase, but he just keeps everything packed in tight and doesn't want to share his feelings. And treating others. Well, big thing there is how Rob is treating Sistine. He treats Sistine differently than any other character. So he talks to Sistine. He shows her things. He's opening up to Sistine. Okay, so once you fill out your table, and it's okay if you only have one thing in each box because you're only going to come up with 3 theories. So you can use 3 of these 4 theories, and we're going to put them together for Rob. So here are some stems you can use when you're coming up with your theories. So you could say the character is changing, he or she used to, but now they're doing this. So I'm going to use that one for Rob because Rob is changing. So I'm going to say, using my stem, Here's my first one. Bear with me, technology. We know iPads can be a little silly. So I'm going to say Rob is changing. And then I'm going to explain with my text evidence from my table how I know that. He used to not tell anybody about anything personal, right? He didn't tell anyone about his feelings, anyone about his mother. But now he is telling Sistine about his mother and slowly opening up to her. So that's a theory I have, and I support it with the evidence of what he's done in the story. Let's do another one. So I'm going to go up here again, take a look at my stems. On the outside, the character seems, but deep inside, he or she is. I think this because in the text. Ooh, that's a good one for Rob because we know Rob likes to keep a lot of feelings inside. So on the outside, Rob is quiet and doesn't show any emotion. But on the inside, he is full of feelings. He has a bunch of thoughts. He has a bunch of desires and wants because he never opens up to people, but he is always thinking about how he feels. We know that from the dialogue that's happening in the text. And then we need to do one more. The character acted out of character. Oh, we can do how he acted out of character because he helped Sistine. So Rob acted out of character when he helped Sistine at school because he hasn't helped or interacted with any other classmates. So there are 3 theories I have supported with evidence, and I got my evidence from this table. So what you're going to do now today, I have right here for you, you're going to do the same table with Sistine. Here are your stems you can use, and then you're going to do 3 theories for Sistine, and then submit it into Canvas. Email me if you have any questions.